I want to talk about something that has already been shaping my 2026, even though today is only the 5th of January. Now, this video almost didn't happen because it's been busy. It's not because it didn't matter to me. It's not because I'm already failing 2026. I'm choosing not to see it as I am falling behind, but rather I'm in my soft season. And for the past few days, I took time to myself to do what I needed to do to start the new year fresh. And that meant putting this video off until I was in a great mental space. Because to be honest, 2025 ended with quite a bang. I had a sinus infection. We had family in from out of town. It was my son's 3rd birthday. We actually went to a New Year's Eve party, then slept over the in-laws, had a full New Year's Day with them. We exited 2025 full, busy with life happening. But honestly, this is kind of the point of my channel and everything I'm trying to do this year. It's just realizing when I need to take a step back, when priorities need to shift, and when my goals need to be softer. So today, I want to talk about my decision to step away from overconsumption in a bigger way than I ever have before, to lean into a no-buy year, a low-buy, almost no-buy year, not from a place of restriction, but on my path to contentment. And if that sounds like something that you're interested in learning more about, or just hearing how I'm doing it, then stick around. We're going to talk about the big why behind why I'm doing a no-buy year, my structure of how I'm doing it, and any restrictions or exceptions that I may have. Everybody's no-buy year look different. And I find it fascinating to hear why others are on a no-buy year. And I also find it helpful because there might be things I haven't thought about. And I also find it encouraging knowing that there are other people out there who are leaving overconsumption in 2025 to move forward towards being at peace with what we have. So if you're new here, I'm Kay. I'm a wife, mom to 2, accountability and productivity coach, as well as a photographer. And I started this YouTube channel because I am in my soft season. I hit burnout after hustling for 13 to 15 years, and it was rough. I disappeared off the face of the internet. I stopped posting on social media. I hibernated into a hole. I stopped hanging out with friends. I needed to just be. And in that time, I learned that I need to be softer with myself right now, with my goals, with my schedule, kinder to myself, because I hustled for so long, putting everybody else first, including my businesses, my children, my family, everybody. And I suffered from that, or because of that. So 2026 is the true next step into my healing journey. And that is starting with my biggest goal for the year, which is my no-buy for 2026. So I want to be clear that my no-buy is not because of financial decisions. It is not to save up for something. It is not to get out of a bunch of debt. I do have a few financial situations that are changing purely because I'm being softer with myself. I am cutting back a bit on clients that I will be taking on in the new year, spending more time with my kids, less time having contracts to meet and deadlines to hit. But I also don't think that buying things is bad inherently. This is not about punishing myself for things that I have bought in the past. I'm doing a no-buy because I want to be more content. My word of the year is contentment. And so my first goal is a no-buy where I am on the path to contentment because I already have enough. I have noticed that my constant cycle of wanting and buying and organizing and decluttering my life gets repeated, and I still never feel satisfied. I have been a little bit on a rampage, cleaning my house, decluttering. After we took down Christmas, I just wanted space to breathe, and I got rid of so much stuff, and I think I finally crossed into true decluttering. And for me, underconsumption isn't about having less for the sake of having less. It is about creating that peace mentally, physically, emotionally. When my house is calm, I feel more calm. And so as I enter my no buy, low buy year, I want to run everything through that filter. If I am bringing this into my house, is it going to create peace? Is it going to help me find contentment? Is it something that I can use on that journey? Or is it just bringing in more clutter? Is it bringing in trends? Is it bringing in expectations and comparison? Also, I would like to note that I hesitate when I say this is a strict no buy year because of that very thing. Because real life doesn't work that way. And I don't think having 2 kids and 2 businesses and a home and all the things that I am in a place to buy nothing. But it is a low buy year with intention. So whether you think I'm actually doing a no buy or I am doing a low buy, everything that I buy will go through the filter of, does this serve my life right now? Does it move me closer to contentment, or am I moving further away? And I think if I can truly say, yes, it supports my life, then I can buy without guilt. But if it doesn't, I am learning to say no without guilt, because I have intentions for my home, for the things that I own, for my family, and for the space that I am creating here, and just physically and emotionally in my life for the rest of the year. But let's talk structure. So I am not doing a full plan everything out from January to December. I actually saw Shauna Rapari talk about this and how she's doing 1 quarter at a time. And if I have learned anything in the start of my soft season in the past 6 or so months of starting this healing journey, I can't plan life at a year's time anymore. I have to take my time to plan little steps because so much happens. And I have learned how messy life can get. I have learned how much life will throw you curveballs when you least expect them. So instead of committing to the full year, I will be committing to quarter 1, reassessing, quarter 2, reassessing, quarter 3, finish out with quarter 4. That means right now I am planning for January, February, and March, because I don't know who I'm going to be in August. I don't know what our family life is going to be like. I don't know what our plans are. I don't know what my energy will look like. I don't know how decluttered my house will be. And I want to give myself that permission to reassess instead of burning out on a no-buy year because I feel like it's so strict and suddenly it's not fitting who I am in summer. Next, let's talk about what I am not buying, real life edition. For this season, I am intentionally not going to buy clothing because we are definitely already covered for January, February, and March. My kids fit everything they're in right now, and that may change come summer. They also have enough clothes to last us through this winter season, as do I. So clothing, not allowed. I probably could not find a reason to buy clothing that would pass through my contentment filter. I think most of it would come from a comparison or a trendy filter, and that's not allowed. I'm also not allowing myself to buy any new books. There can be books that are helpful. I know there are lots of books that are helpful, but in this moment, I have too many books. I was an English major. I love to read. I have shelves full of books. I have a Kindle full of books. I get those Amazon first read books every month, and they sit on my Kindle. And half the time I read them, and half the time they sit there. I have books from my 18th birthday party that I still have not gotten to. And I want to. I have them everywhere. I went through quite a season where I didn't really have any time to read, because anytime I sat down, the kids would come over and want to scribble on my books or read with me or whatever it was. But now that they actually play together, they play outside for a while by themselves, I can bring a book outside and read. I would like to start getting through my books. There is no reason in January, February, or March that I will need to buy a book. I hope to stick to that. I do love them. Third, I should have no need to buy any makeup or skincare. I should be set for at least these 3 months. I realized today, upon filming this, that I am a little bit low on mascara. But anyways, I have enough makeup. I have enough skincare. My bathroom is stocked. I am still trying to get through blushes and bronzers and sorting out old makeup. And I don't need any. So I need nothing in the beauty realm. And lastly, and probably the hardest and most important, and the one thing that I have already failed on, is I am not buying anything for the home. Home decoration, storage bins, because I am in this decluttering space. I am in the headspace of purging, getting rid of things, unnecessary, and even the useful but not necessary items. And I don't want to refill the space right away. I don't want to declutter just to feel uncomfortable in the emptiness and feel like, wow, I have to go get something for it. And now I say I already have failed this because yesterday the label maker that I wanted was on sale and I grabbed it. It was $18, and technically I should have waited until April where I could put it in the budget, and I did not. I just grabbed it yesterday because it was on sale. I plan on labeling the bins that I already have. I plan on using the labels. I have had multiple instances already where I have wished for a label maker and I have just been waiting. It has literally been in my Amazon Save for Later for maybe 6 or 7 months. So one could say that I waited. But due to this rule of no home stuff, I shouldn't have gotten it. So let me grab. So anyways, I started my trackers and I had to give myself a brown. So I have a year in pixels, and up here, this is January coming down. So I have my different color coding, and brown means that I bought something unnecessary. And on January 1st, I went to Starbucks and I did not need to. I was out. I was taking a minute alone while my husband had the kids at my in-laws, and I grabbed a coffee. I could have just made coffee at my in-laws. So we started off strong. And then I have this teal color is I bought nothing, and pink is a necessary unplanned. So an unplanned purchase that went through my filter and was okay. And then brown, of course, it was a frivolous spend. So I am tracking and I am doing that here. But I want to share a little more about this empty space realization, because this part has been huge for me. I realize that I am treating empty spaces like a problem to solve, that when I see an empty space, it makes me want to put something there that is useful, that is handy, a basket or a bucket full of stuff to make more organized areas. But I also, in the last month, have been reading Goodbye Things. And this was an amazing decluttering book for me because it takes the author's journey through decluttering his own space to become a true minimalist, where he basically has nothing. And he is someone who, like me, collected books, has collections of cameras, like a lot of collections and things. And I found the book very inspiring. I don't think I'm quite at that level yet of not even having board games to play with his friends, not having a couch to sit on, just having like the Japanese mat. But it was very interesting because I had multiple moments in that book where something resonated so deeply that I can't stop thinking about it. And one of the things that he said was, we see empty space as unnecessary space and we want to fill it. But what we actually need to do is treat empty space as necessary. Because especially as a photographer, I know the negative space in a picture is important. I know the negative space is where your eye goes to rest as your eye is traveling along the composition and the leading lines and looking for the subject. Negative space is so powerful in an image. So why don't I put negative space in my own house? My house and my life need that negative space. I want visual quiet. I want to be looking across a shelf and have a place for my eye to rest. I want mental quiet and room to breathe. He also says in the book that each item in our home is sending us silent messages. The sheets are saying, hey, when's the last time you changed me? The dust in the corner is saying, hey, can you sweep me? The dishes are saying, I'd really like if you clean me tonight. Don't leave me in the sink overnight again. Every single object needs to be cared for. And imagine if all those messages were just screaming at you. It's kind of like they are. And he hammers home that point that everything we have takes work, and everything we have is sending us mental messages every time we look at it. And that often leads us to just freeze and do nothing because we don't know where to start. Something needs to be fixed, something needs to be organized, something needs to be cleaned, something needs to be finished. And that one is big for me. I have a lot of hobbies, a lot of small things that I like to do, like watercolor and embroidery and all these projects that I start and I don't get back to because I feel like I can't. If the dishes are calling, if the bed sheets are calling, if my kids need something, my hobbies get put on the back burner. So when there are too many of these messages coming at me, I shut down. I tend to the absolutely necessary things. And I think having a low buy year is my way of quieting the noise. Because if I'm bringing in less things that are going to send me these loud, silent messages, then I can actually tend to the things I already have. So my hopes for this no buy year. I am hoping this year will give me clarity about who I am now, about what I like to do, about how I like to dress, where I like to go, and what I want to spend my time doing. I hope it will show me what I actually enjoy and how I want to feel on an everyday basis. I hope to find a softer, gentler, more peaceful calm in my home that my kids can also feel, that my husband can come home and feel after a long, busy day at work. I think between all the messages our things send us, all the trendy social media, perfectly aesthetic things we're sold, all of the comparison traps we run into, we get so lost in our home should look like this because this person said so. My hair, my makeup, my clothes should look this way because that's what everyone else is looking like. My kids should have these toys because the ads are telling me this is what they need to learn and grow. And I don't want to be in that headspace anymore. I feel like I spent so many years hustling, getting the newest gear, having to always buying new courses, buying new hobbies, buying new books, buying new clothes, getting a ton of things to fill my life. So I would, feel more important, more interesting. Like I had more things I could talk to other people about. But I want to use 2026 and a no buy year to whittle down the things that I have at home so that when it comes to talking about the things I love or feeling like I can be interesting in a conversation, it's because it happens naturally because I know exactly what brings me joy. I know exactly what I like to spend my time on. I know exactly how I like to dress. These shirts, for example, they're called chamois shirts and they're from LOB. My dad wears these almost one every day of his life. And I used to steal them I would snuggle into his soft shirts when I was a kid. And then in high school and in college, I would take them to wear to school, and I loved them. And my mom last Christmas bought me a dark blue one, and this Christmas, light blue. I absolutely love these. Like, if I could choose my outfit for the day, it would be leggings, a tank top, and one of these. So why am I out there trying to find the perfect flannel or the perfect sweater or another sweatshirt when I have nostalgic feelings of peace and calm and joy? Not to mention, for my slightly sensory processing disorder, I love the feel of them. I love to touch them. They have never once in my life felt uncomfortable, no matter what mood I'm in, no matter how the laundry washes them, no matter how my skin is feeling that day. I can always put these on and feel comfortable. And that's because I grew up wearing them. Why am I trying to change that for other people? That is a long ramble about my dad's chamois shirts, how much I love them. But these are the things that I find I'm thinking more deeply about now, because I'm already entering 2026, having to stop myself from purchasing things because I saw a cozy sweater or I saw a new sweatshirt somewhere. Yes, I love to be cozy, but can I be cozy in my own things? And can I feel contentment in that for the rest of the year? So here we go, Q1, January, February, and March. My goal is a no-buy year. We are low buy with intention, because if something comes up that leads me on my path to contentment, if I declutter everything I hate of something and I have nothing left, then maybe I get to buy something new that replaces that. If I get rid of a bunch of cheap stuff, maybe I replace it and buy it with one really high quality item. Those are the things I imagine coming up. But like I mentioned before, I have my strict restrictions: no clothes, no books, no house stuff. I also want to throw no gear in there, and there is one big exception: is my camera is still broken. If you've watched a few videos, you may have heard that from one of the previous videos that my daughter broke my camera, which is the camera I use to shoot professionally with. It is still not fixed. I truly let go of photography for the last month of the year, and it has just been sitting here in a box. I have to send that back. They quoted me $600 to repair it, and that is the low end of the quote. It may increase. So I do have an expected planned expense, but it may end up being more. I'm really hoping I don't have to buy a new camera, and I'm hoping that they can fix it, because I don't have the $3,000 to spend on a new camera right now. So that quote technically came out in December, but they will not charge the quote until they have the final price and everything to repair the camera. So that is my one huge expected expense that I am planning for, and it may change and it may increase over time. And that is the only gear I'm letting myself buy, is repairing my camera, because I need it to shoot a wedding in April. But aside from that, I have nothing I need right now. And I want to stick to that. And I want to come in here and chat with you quarterly and check in on what came up over the last 3 months and what did I buy. I'm using my tracker to keep track of that. I have a little field notes journal that literally every day, if I buy something, I write down what it was, if it was unnecessary or not, so that I can look back and actually see at the end of the quarter how much frivolous money I could have saved. But I also am keeping a list of things that I wanted to buy and did not purchase, to show how much money I did save. And then I can reassess at the end of the quarter and see if there's anything on that list that I want to go back and purchase. Anyways, thanks for being here. I don't want this to get too much longer. This is my low buy, no buy year, taken gently, 1 quarter at a time. And if this resonates with you, you're welcome to join me in your own way. Leave a comment down below with how you're doing a no-buy year, or if you're changing anything about your 2026 to be more content with what you have. In a land of overconsumption and being sold ads every 5 seconds on every social media platform, what are you saying no to this year? And if you're not into a no-buy year, that's okay too. This isn't about rules. This is about intentions for our life. And my 2026 is going to come with more contentment. So thanks for sitting here with me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.